What up, Dokkaners? Welcome back to Deuteronomy for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So, I didn't make a video on what I'm about to talk about beforehand, just because I was one of those people like you, like some of you, who was just in disbelief. Like, I did not think that there was any conceivable way that Goku Frieza, the LR Tech Goku Frieza, was going to be getting easier. I didn't think so. I wanted to wait until we got some sort of actual, like, legitimate proof that it was happening, right? Because I was in shock. I still can't believe it. LR Goku Frieza is getting an easy A. Of all the units to get an upgrade, the one that quote-unquote needed it was Goku Frieza. I mean, whatever, I'll take it, right? It's before the Prime Battle Imperfect Cell, this was my favorite character in the entire game. And honestly, if you don't want to factor in free-to-play, this is my favorite character in the entire game. I love this unit. This was what got me into Dokkan. I started by watching the end of Super. Then I played. This was the first SSR, or the first unit I ever rainbowed, period. There's so much going on between me and this unit that it's blowing my mind that this is actually happening. But we've got the official VJump Scans here. And let's take a look. So obviously, I don't know Japanese. And we had to wait for the homie Garesh. So shout out to the homie Garesh. He posted his video. Go check it out for the source information, but if you want to just listen to me talk about it, I'll tell you. So basically, for these VJump Scans, all we have is basically this down here. So all it's basically saying is, number one, LR Goku Frieza, yes, the EZA is happening. They are definitely getting an Extreme Z Awakening. It's going to be happening in the form of an Extreme Z battle. Whether or not that explicitly means EZA or Easy Area is to be determined, but I would think, like anyone would, this is probably going to be an EZA. Now the question is this going to be in the form of a raid event? Truth was talking about this. We were all just kind of chatting for a little bit. Truth mentioned the raid event, which is actually something I've been thinking about. We had this, I think, around the 250 million download celebration was when we had the raid event against Jiren. Let me see if I can find that real quick. It was a 100 round battle, just like the Omega Shenron, just like... what other raid events have we had? It's been a while. Let's see. I cannot find it for the life of me. This is probably going to be difficult to find. But basically, there was a 100 round fight versus... Oh, here we go. The raids. Yeah. So this is what we did. This is not available anymore. This was in September 2018. This is basically when I started playing Dokkan. And the weakness is Representative Universe 7. And what's funny is that this is when I rainbowed the guy, so I was able to run through this pretty easily. So maybe there could be like a 2.0 version of this where you come back to this type of a thing and you fight. That'd be pretty neat. I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows. Because all this text is literally saying is what Garesh said. LR Tech Goku Frieza getting an EZA. Also, the free-to-play units are also getting EZAs. Physical UI Goku, the TN Roshi, and the LR, obviously the LR Roshi, and the Krillin 18. They are all getting EZAs. And there's going to be a new wallpaper. But the actual nature of this awakening is to be determined. We don't know what the category is that's going to be needed. We don't know if there's going to be some sort of supplemental banner that's going to be alongside this. We don't know any other details other than the fact that this is official. This is what I wanted. I wanted something tangible. I didn't want to just go off of someone's word. Even though the person's reputable, the fact that I was so shocked, kind of like, so it just superseded the need to talk about this. Because essentially, I'm just going to be telling you the same exact thing. I would have made 2 videos instead of 1 talking about this very thing. Now the question is, how the heck do you upgrade a unit that needs no upgrades? Representatives Universe 7, Key +3, 177%. This is the best leader skill in the entire game. And this has been around since 2018. What is there to improve? What? Are we going to have our first 200%? I don't think so. 188? Maybe not. Maybe it'll be Key +4, 177%. Because the 7, you know, this is the lead for Representatives Universe 7. It would be absurd to go away from this. So I would imagine the only thing that they would do is up the key count and then maybe upgrade the tech. I mean, obviously, this definitely has to get an upgrade. This will be tech type Key +3, maybe 120. Maybe that might be the big jump for this one, which is still an insane value if you think about it. Causes colossal damage, lowers attack, causes mega colossal damage, and lowers attack and defense. I don't really know how you could upgrade that other than just, you know, greatly lowering attack here and then greatly lowering attack and defense, and then maybe adding some sort of extra perk like, I don't know, raise defense as well. Maybe that might be the way to do it. I don't know. Attack and defense plus 77% when attacking, plus an additional attack plus 77% when performing an ultra super attack, plus an additional attack plus 77% when the target enemy is in attack down status. This build, I just gotta say, this unit has got me through so many, just so many things in Dokkan. The punching bag event, this was the unit that you had to use. The Super Battle Road, this was the one that got me through. I still remember when I started playing Dokkan, this was the unit that got me through a lot of just the regular Dokkan events in general. He was so powerful. This unit is so powerful. It actually was able to overcome the challenge that I gave myself inadvertently without even knowing. When I started playing the game, I used to run a friend unit that had nothing to do with the actual team. I would just bring whatever unit looked cool, like a Golden Frieza for whatever reason. I'd be running a full superclass team. It was ridiculous. I did a lot of stupid things when I started playing Dokkan. I mean, I still do. But what carried me through most of it was this unit. So I would assume, you know, if I have to be put on the spot and think of what, you know, something they can do here, going away from the 77 just seems like out of the question, because look at it, this entire unit is just made for 7s, right? So they can't change this. So what they could do is just maybe add small little tweaks to the extra parts that could use some addition. So maybe an additional attack and defense plus 77. Maybe they add another contingency here where they gain an additional attack plus 77% because the defense has been lowered as well. That's a pretty insane boost, but I can't see them completely reformatting this unit's kit from the ground up, right? It can only be a minuscule add-on, because this would just essentially break the game if you made him even more, like if you jump this guy up at the level that you typically upgrade a unit with an EZA, that's balance breaking. It's not like Dokkan really cares about balance, but that would be beyond absurd. It would be one of those things where you could just run at half leader skill capacity and still compete or something. So that, I mean, this is a miracle. This is quite literally a miracle to me. I'm excited. I'm still more in shock than I can even be hyped. I'm not even reacting right now because I just don't believe it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But you know what? To be fair, the int UI Goku also didn't make sense. The category, the Dokkan Fest category EZA that we got, this guy, this made no sense. The reason why this one is more digestible, you can actually take this in and believe it, is because we saw this as inevitability. We saw that this was eventually going to happen. We knew that. Because after the 120s, where else are you going to go? After you've covered all the type leads, after you cover the super class and extreme class leads with the Rosé and the Tech Vegito Blue, where are you going to go? You're going to go to the categories. So this was obviously a logical step at some point. Where it was going to happen down the road was to be determined, because we have to see how far Dokkan can go, right? If Dokkan can go the distance at the pace that it's going with these upgrades at subsequent levels, then sure, getting these categories would have been no problem, would have happened. But the fact that they moved that up not only throws off the schedule, it adds a little bit of spice into this timeline that is Dokkan, right? So that was great. But nobody could have foreseen this, because there is absolutely no reason to jump to a summonable LR and give an EZA. And this completely kills that thing that I said, that Dokkan will never give a summonable LR an EZA. That's actually something I just realized as I'm recording this video. Summonable LR EZA. It didn't happen with Broly. It didn't happen with Majin Vegeta or any of the OG 90s. Our first summonable LR EZA is going to be the most powerful leader skill in the entire game. I can't complain. This isn't a PvP game. This is a PvE game. So if any game were to do something like this, it can be Dokkan, and I'm okay with that. It just, nobody called this. Not even I called this, and I call everything. I invented the toilet summon. I invented Dokkan. I have created everything. Even I couldn't see this coming. So that is literally all there is. That's all this little section is talking about. They're also talking about Legends and Demon King Piccolo. But this video is all about Dokkan and LR Goku Frieza EZA. Believe it. It's happening. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your reaction. Can you believe this? This unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. Makes no sense. But I'm not going to complain. So what are your thoughts on this? Are you happy? Are you sad? Do you have the unit? Do you have him rainbowed? I've had this guy max links for a couple weeks now, so I will be ready when we get this during the 6th year for Global. Man, Global just got even more hype. I mean, JP is obviously hype right now, but the intrigue for Global has just spiked. I'm so glad I'm done with Turles. Minus one more summon. So let me know your reactions in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan Responsible. Wow. Wow.